Okay, welcome back, everybody. Today you're going to join me for my Tuesday and Thursday sessions, which are my lower and upper volume days. Um, was doing pretty good. My Thursday session was my upper volume. Was supposed to be more volume, but quickly turned into a PR day, which was pretty exciting. Don't often hit bench PRs, as I talked about in my last video. I don't prioritize bench, but the weight felt right, and when it's there, it's there. So I took it. And then my Tuesday session, which you'll be seeing first, was just a solid day all around. Doing those camber bar squats, felt really good. Excuse me. Um, with against the bands, gives a different feel, and then taking those off and just doing a straight set. Um, so yeah, and then I was doing the pin good mornings, which are a fantastic movement. I think they carry over my deadlift a lot. But yeah, I'll talk a bit more on that when we get there. I'm going to try doing a bit more of a commentary. So I'm just going to roll the training footage and then talk over it when I want to jump in, give any of my thoughts and kind of things that I'm doing or why I'm doing them and what the goal of the carryover is. So yeah, bit different style video. If you enjoy it, let me know. If not, then you're probably not watching anyways. So thanks for watching. Okay, this is my Tuesday session, starting with squats for volume. So we've got these camber bar attachments rigged up on the axle. We've got about 320 on the bar loaded, and then those bands at about 80 pounds-ish at the top. The goal with this is to, one, obviously get more squat volume, and it's been one of my goals for the off-season, try and build that squat and have it carry over to my deadlift. But these variations are just something different, puts the weight in a different position, kind of loads the hips a bit more, allows me to stay a little bit more upright, and especially with keeping the weight lower, allows me to hold that position better. But that's not my main focus with this. My main focus is to get down and come up as fast as possible against these bands. So you see here, I take my breath down and just try and explode as fast as possible out of the hole. Again, trying to work really hard at keeping that back angle flatter. Try and push those knees out over the toes. Get some emphasis on the quads and the hips. So once again here, settle in. Take my brace. 1, 2. Set the feet. I take a pretty close stance to my deadlift position. It's a touch wider, but so yeah, see there, as I'm coming out of the hole, my back angle just changes a little bit. So I know that I'm just about done for the day. So one more set here. Again, same thing. The goal with this, again, is just trying to keep all these reps looking the same. Once it starts to really slow down, that's when you kind of know that, okay, that's going to be it for the day. So see here, I put a little bit more intent into that drive. Back angle is nice and flat. Upper back rounds a bit. Just with the awkwardness of the axle, it's kind of bound to happen. So yeah, I like doubles on these. Just keeps me honest, ensures that I am going for speed. So next we jump over to the volume set. So here we've got, just had to check my my book there. So loaded on the bar, we've got about 330. This is just going to be a volume set. I was trying to keep them at sets of 8. And this gets pretty, it sounds funny to call it intense, but definitely had to put some work in. Had a bit more volume that I didn't record from those banded squats. So not going for super depth or super locked out on these first couple reps, just trying to pulse them out, keep the tension on. My first set of 4 done there. Take my brace, and then this is where I start to work. Just start doing it in singles. Getting pretty grindy, so I know I'm coming to the stop. But there was just something about this day and about this week in general where I just kind of had to turn it on. Just had this urge to, sounds bad, but just stop being a bitch and just up the intensity. So set was a big win for me. You can hear that I'm pretty hyped about it. So that felt really good. And speaking about upping the intensity, these pin good mornings Man, are they humbling. I like to do them in my barefoot shoes and beltless, and really try and mimic my deadlift stance. And the way I set the pins, the goal is to set them at the start of my deadlift height. So you'll see as I come down here, it's pretty similar to how you would start a deadlift. Obviously, you're up a bit higher. It's not the exact same, but the goal is to get that direct carryover. So on the bar, we got 225 against 80 pounds of chain. And man, it doesn't sound like a lot, but the pressure you feel in your head and your whole body is just crazy. So absolutely love these variations. Obviously, the weight isn't super high, so the overall fatigue is not crazy. But you do get that really good carryover. Drop back here to what is this? 205 against 80 pounds chain. That first set, it was just a bit too heavy for me, so I did 2 sets of this weight. Again, so talking about the deadlift carryover. So again, barefoot shoes, dropping down to my deadlift-ish height, and I'm trying to keep my knees, like my shin angle, similar to how it would be in a deadlift. So as I'm coming out of the bottom, I try and keep my knees back, and then as I get to the point where I would be able to drive my hips through, I kind of push my knees a bit more forward. And again, these are the one variation that I've really found carry over to my deadlift. So love these a lot. With the safety bar, obviously it just allows you to not have to worry about that bar slipping, and it's a bit more comfortable. And it keeps the angle of the weight in a good spot for me. Does force the weight more in front of you, so your upper back has to work big time. And pulling those handles into you obviously makes the upper back and lats engage a lot. So I highly recommend this variation if you're looking for some variety, or you're sick of just doing like an RDL or something for a hinge pattern in your training. Certainly give these a shot. You don't have to use chains. You don't even have to use pins if you don't want. I just like the way that I'm able to give it a dead stop and have to really force that rebound. But obviously, when I get to the bottom here, you'll see I'm pausing for a second, not losing tension at all, and just driving back. Only thing you got to worry about with these, especially if you're focused on pulling that bar into you, is excessive back rounding. I do say excessive because I do allow some play in that, because again, the weight is not crazy heavy. This set here is 185 against the 80 pounds of chain. This was just my last set at this, going for obviously a bit more volume. You can see in my face there that one took my soul a little bit. Limp away a little. So then we drop back to just some accessory work. I've been loving these belt squats. Obviously, the range of motion isn't crazy, but I do feel a really good stimulus on my quads. And any stimulus you can get on the quads without having to load your spine is ideal. Looking back at those, I would have liked to keep my back angle higher, just so I can drive my knees forward even more. And then some pull downs, just for some volume on the lats. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Put a bit more weight on the belt squat for my second set here. And again, I was just trying to really slow down that eccentric, get a good stretch, throw the knees over the toes, and just really pump these out. So yeah, I finished this last set, and then I got one more set of pull downs, and then we'll jump to my Thursday. Okay, I forgot I recorded this. Just real simple. Some hamstring curls, and then I superset these with the landmine rows. You can see set up there on the right. One thing that I have realized that I've neglected a lot is the isolation. So that's where you see the direct quad work for the belt squats and those hamstring curls. Obviously, I get a lot of volume in with them on good morning squats and deadlifts, but isolating them has really done some good work for me. So that's all. Okay, and then we jump into my Thursday session here. In the past weeks, I've been using this Buffalo bar against bands for some volume. Excuse me, for some volume work. It was feeling really good. I was getting a good stretch on the chest and feeling it really good on the triceps. But some about this day, I was just the weight felt right. That was 240. That's my PR on a straight bar. That moved really well. So here we jumped up to 255. Um, Again, felt pretty easy. Took a couple hits of the salts because I knew it was probably going to be a big PR. So they're just getting all hyped up for it. You can hear I've got the M&M going in the background. And again, some about this week, the intensity was just up like crazy. It was just although all the weights were feeling really good, I pushed it really well. So it settled in here, whacked myself in the head a couple times. On rack, it felt really good. Felt really stable. That extra bit of stretch really does change the movement a lot. I'm actually kind of excited to get to a straight bar bench and see where I can push that. Because I can only imagine it's going to feel much easier than doing this. So then we make a bit of a stupid jump to 270, which will be the heaviest press I've ever done, period. And it was on the Buffalo bar. I actually did contemplate getting the straight bar out and loading this weight, but just felt kind of dumb. Felt a little silly to change variations halfway through getting warmed up. So just getting settled in here, making sure the hands are set right. I try to take a basically identical grip to what I would on a overhead press. So unrack feels easy. Come down, slow touch, get it settled, and holy grind city. Hips come off the bench not once but twice. Triceps fire super slow. You can listen here. It's about as ugly as it gets. And man, was I right. But that's okay. I was really happy with that. Felt really good. So yeah, 270 bench, maybe a 300 bench within the next couple months. It'll be pretty exciting. And then we jump over to some strict press. Strict press is not a super strong movement for me. I don't know why. It's honestly a little bit embarrassing, but it's been coming along well. I've been trying to find what volume range kind of helps me progress really well. I've tried super high volume, tried super low volume, and this kind of 3 to 5 rep range is what has seemed to stick. So I've got 145 loaded. Just trying to keep them as strict as possible. Obviously, I'm getting a little bit of a bounce and a little bit of a lean back. A lot of bit of a lean back. but this is what seems to work for me. I have noticed a bit of carryover and definitely a lot of strain on the triceps. A lot of volume, or good stimulus. So yeah, that's all recorded for today. So, and yeah, that's all I got for you today. Bit shorter video. Didn't realize how much or how little I guess I recorded from those two sessions, but maybe you guys enjoy this a bit more. I had a lot of fun trying to scramble to have things to come up with, things to talk about while I was recording. So maybe I'll get better in the future if you guys enjoy this style a bit more. But yeah, overall, the intensity is coming up. Weights are moving up. I'm feeling really strong. I've been trying to eat a lot, and I haven't really been weighing myself. Maybe once a week, once every week and a half. And the scale just doesn't seem to want to go up. It's a problem I didn't think I would have. I figured that once I just started eating again, the weight would kind of just pile back on. So maybe it's a sign that I should stay in the 90 kilo class. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this off season is progressing. Moving forward, I'm going to have a new block of log press for my main overhead. The Tuesday and Thursday sessions won't change too much. Thursday, the bench variation might change a little bit. Maybe like a floor press or something with a Swiss bar. It's a little bit reduced range of motion. Something that I can kind of push some more weight on. And then Friday sessions, my deadlifts, those are probably going to get into more of a straight bar. just so I can see where I'm at on a regular straight bar deadlift, because that's obviously what you get tested on in competition. Not too often are you pulling out a trap bar. But anywho, I'm really excited to see how this goes. Um, I've also got my Friday session from this previous week recorded. Hopefully, gonna get that edited and maybe put it out either the same day or tomorrow. Hit a nice big squat PR. Super hyped about that. And I also hit a circus dumbbell PR yesterday on the Saturday. So yeah, it's overall everything's feeling really good. I'm super excited with how everything's moving. Um, Especially my squat. My squat is something. Oh man, I already talked about this, but I've never put much emphasis on it. So having a lift that is almost new to me. Obviously, I've been squatting forever, so it's not a new movement pattern. But when you can kind of shift your focus onto different things, kind of just renews training, kind of gives you something else to look at. You're always not always just beating your head in with straight bar deadlifts. This is why I never liked the idea of powerlifting. Obviously, I know there's endless variations you can do with a barbell, but the idea of the only thing you're ever going to do in your career is 3 lifts just seems like holy snooze fest. Like you're telling me that your event day, your SBD day, you do 3 movements. That's what you push. Fuck no, man. I want to lift sandbags and carry yokes around and press these stupid logs over my head. Like you never know what strongman's going to throw your way. Um, Always going to have variation. No two competitions are hardly ever the same, and that's why this sport just fucking rocks. So going off on a tangent here, but that's all. Bit shorter video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know. I can certainly try this again and maybe be a bit better at it. But the video that I've got coming out next is I did do some commentary over it. So yeah, that's about all I got for you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.